All right, we are live. What is going on, everybody? Got some early comers in here. Marcel, what's going on? Steve Racino, what is going on, everybody? Hopefully, everybody is having a fantastic day. Today, we're going to be doing some live tattoo Q&A. So if you have questions regarding tattoos, feel free to drop them in the chat right now. Wish we were doing tattoo reactions, but I should have never friggin' updated my laptop. Serious, what are you doing? You scared the crap out of me. He was chewing on a toy, and then I was like, what the hell? But yeah, update, if you guys don't know, usually we do tattoo reactions every live stream and every week. But last week and this week, I decided to update my laptop, which is on the new Mac software, and OBS is just not working. And I learned that whenever there's a new software update, the software update happens, and then the streaming service or whatever software you are using, it needs to be updated as well, but they did not update it yet. So that's why we're not doing tattoo reactions right now. We're doing the live Q&A, but I promised you guys a live stream every week. I'm sticking to it, even if we're just hanging out, doing some tattoo questions or just hanging out as a community, seeing how everybody's doing, touching base, all that stuff. That's good enough for me. Hopefully it's good enough for you guys too. What is going on, LGM? What is going on, Mr. Williams? Chanty? He says, hi, Mark. I don't know if you meant hi, Mike, but name's not Mark. But hi, anyway. How were the lights last night, Mike? The lights were friggin' awesome. We were, there's this thing in PA. It's called Peddler's Village. It turned into Miss Williams. Hi, Miss Williams. How are you? We turned it into a tradition. I've been going there since I was a kid. And pretty much it's called the Grand Illumination. And what happens is this whole like village is there's like little shops. Everybody has like little cool like specific shops. There's like a toy shop, candy shop, like knickknacks and stuff like that. I like that kind of stuff. And they usually like turn all the lights on, and it's like this big thing. But this year, because of you know what's going on in the world, I almost said the C word, but because of everything that's going on in the world, there is it was limited. Luckily, all the shops were still open, but they didn't want to have like the whole grand illumination. But the lights were still on, so it was pretty cool. Video Zeus, what's going on? Brian, how are you? Glad to see you stopped by the stream. That sounds so awesome. I love stuff like that. Yeah, it was a really fun time. You know, we went to dinner. Dinner sucked, to be honest with you. I felt like a jerk too, because we went into this place and they were still open, but we didn't realize that it was at like the very end of the night and they were trying to leave. So they had to seat us. But then I kind of got the impression that they were closing soon, but it was only like 8:30 p.m. So like I asked the guy and I'm like, yeah, are you guys like closing soon? And this was like after he took our order, and he was like, yeah, we're closed. We were closed at 8:30. And I'm like, oh, well, if I would have known that, I would have went somewhere else. But would you get a face tattoo? I would not. Multiple reasons why I would not get a face tattoo. Main reason is just because they, you know, I've seen some cool face tattoos on other people, but the thing about it is they only usually look good for like the first couple years. After that, they just don't age well. Like I talked about in my celebrity tattoo reaction video, when celebrities get these tattoos and stuff like that, they get them, they look cool, and then once they age, they just look like ink blobs on their face. And plus, when they get older and stuff like that, it just doesn't look right. And I don't know. When it comes to face tattoos, I would never get one, just regardless. I mean, I don't know. There's so many other parts of your body that you could display artwork on. Having it on your face is, in my opinion, is a little loud. But having it on like your arms, you know, chest, everywhere besides pretty much your face, I'm okay with. Neck and hands. I always put those in a category, because they're also, you know, when you got your neck tattooed or you got your hands tattooed, it's more of the visible areas. But the face is just on a whole other level, if you ask me. You can't really say the C word on YouTube. Yeah. So it's interesting. So if you say stuff like that, or if you put it in the title, or if you put it in the live stream, because this will probably get boosted up into, it'll most likely be put on the, replay or whatever. YouTube demonetizes the video, so I never do anything like that. Never say anything like that. How bad does the calf area hurt? I assume same as the shoulder and tricep area, right? It depends. So what a lot of people don't know is even though the skin is technically just one organ, different parts of the skin is sensitive. Usually on your legs, it's a little bit more of like a less sensitive skin on there. So the rule of thumb is the more sensitive areas of the body, the more painful it is to get tattooed there. So when it comes to calf areas and places on the leg, it's usually not that bad. It's more of like the like that hot scratch feeling. Now, obviously, when it gets to like maybe like the thigh, like the inner thigh, that might hurt a little bit more. But the calf is usually one of the easier spots to get tattooed. TN Kenny, what is up, Mike? Happy Saturday, man. Happy Saturday to you. How are you? Glad to see you here. Wish we were doing some tattoo reactions, but hopefully next week we'll be able to, which that is another thing that I need to talk to you guys about. You know, I don't try to be, I mean, this is my YouTube channel and stuff like that, but it's our YouTube channel. And I always try to make things not only for me, but for everybody else. Because I'm a strong believer that you have to, we're all in this together. So where I'm getting at is on Fridays, I'm supposed to be working my 9-to-5 job, technically 10 to 8 now, for the time being, because one of the people that are that I work with, one of the supervisors, are they're out for a couple weeks because of knee surgery. Once I get back, I go back to my normal schedule, and I could do the live streams on Fridays at 6, but we might need to do a temporary live streaming schedule for now. Today I'm on PTO, so I'm, I took off today, but maybe one other day during the week, we got to figure it out, see what day is good for you guys, and I'll try to see if I can make it work. Doing good. I'm currently saving up to get another 1/3 of my sleeve done. That is awesome. So I'm actually, one of my fears that I had was, so I don't know where you guys are, and let me know in the comments if things are starting to get a little bit more crazy in your area when it comes to everything that's going on in the world, because it is here, and they're calling it season 2 of again, everything that's going on. Hopefully you guys could connect the dots. I can't say the C word, but so now my worry is I first had my tattoo appointments all scheduled out for my Dragon Ball sleeve. Once everything shut down, I had to they cleaned the calendar, and then they had to reschedule everybody again. I rescheduled my tattoo appointments, and now it's supposed to be for March, April, and May of next year. That's the closest I was able to get in. And now they're talking about another shutdown. So I'm hoping that does not affect me again, because what the hell, I need to get this. I want to get, not only do I want to get my sleeve done just to get it done, but I want to get it done because I can't wait for it to be done, because I'm so excited the way it's going to look. But also on top of that, now I want to start my leg sleeve really bad. The more I'm like talking to you guys about it, and the more I'm just, thinking about it, I want to get it done so fast and so bad. Yeah, it's picking up in my area. We started getting strict again on our rules at work. Yeah, it's starting to get a little bit crazy here, guys. If you are just starting, never mind. If you guys are just joining us, we're going to be doing some tattoo questions today. So if you have any tattoo related questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. If you don't have any tattoo related questions, feel free to drop any other questions that you want to, maybe personally about me or whatever, my story, whatever you guys want. I always try to make these live streams entertaining. I'm limited to what I could do because I'm streaming strictly through YouTube right now. I can't use any of my software until they update it. Clarity, what part of Scotland are you at? Or Chanty? Okay. I'm in the UK. We are going halfway through a lockdown, which is currently supposed to be a month along, hoping it'll be out again by Christmas. Iowa is kind of a hot mess right now. Schools are all going back to online, but nobody talked about a full shutdown yet. Yeah, so we are supposed to be doing this until January 1. So but if it's scary because what happened last time was like they gave us a date, and then once we got to that date, then they were like, oh yeah, another 2 to 4 weeks. I'm like, what the hell? Like this is ridiculous. We are still happy to be here on the live stream, says Marcel. Thank you, Marcel. I appreciate it. Glad, even though I like to, I like to like entertain and educate, I like to try to come up with like fun video ideas, things to do on the live stream, and be as real of a person. Like if you guys met me out on the street, or like at like I don't know, if you were in front of me at like a food place ordering food or something like that, I would be the same way that I am right now. I know a lot of people, they put on like this show when they're on YouTube, and then they're completely different. Like I try to be myself on these live streams. I try to be myself in the videos, and I try to be educate. I try to educate and entertain as much as I can. But when it comes to these live streams, when it's super limited, can't really do much to make it cool. But I'm glad that everybody is here. Everybody is here right now. I'm happy for you guys. You guys are really changing my life. I just want everybody to know that you guys are really really doing some awesome stuff, not only because of the opportunities that YouTube gives you, but just meeting so many awesome people from this YouTube channel. Steve, Marcel, everybody in the in the Evolve community. You guys always reach out. You're always showing support, commenting on the videos, dropping questions in, that helps me make content. It's like, you guys are awesome. Sorry, I just went on a little rant, but I appreciate you guys. Have you ever watched Tattoo Fixers from the UK? I have never did. I never heard of that, to be honest with you. I saw related, like tattoo related shows where like they'll go in with like this horrible tattoo, and then they'll try to fix it. And sometimes it even gets worse than what they had, or sometimes it's like, holy crap, I would have never guessed that was a screwed up tattoo before that. Hello from Marquis Tattoo. What is going on, Thomas? I forgot you messaged me yesterday and you said you were going to be getting tattooed around this time. Everybody wish Thomas some luck on his tattoo. Can't wait to see it when we do friggin' our tattoo reactions. Jesus, man, it's so annoying. Marco, check out this video, Mike. Check out this video that Mike making on that topic. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate that. We have to show this here on Holland also. How long after you get a tattoo can you exercise or work out? So Marco, I did make a video on working out and having new tattoos. The bottom line is you usually want to wait till the tattoo is fully healed. You could do smaller workouts, like say going for a walk, or realistically, I just recommend going for a walk. When it comes to tattoos, and fresh tattoos, you do not want to go near a gym because of all the germs and bacteria and everything. Like I said in the video, it's a breeding ground for germs and bacteria in gyms. Think about it. Everybody is sweating. Everybody is using the same equipment. And, let's face it, I used to be a gym friggin' addict, and I would be at the gym all the time, and I would say like these people aren't wiping down their equipment. They're using it. They're sweating all over it. And then they're going to their next machine or doing their next exercise. You don't want your tattoo to be in that environment. So what I recommend is in that time frame of the, depending on how big your tattoo is, a time of healing, you definitely want to just at least, I know it sucked for me as well, because when I was getting my sleeve done at the time, and I made the mistake at first, and I almost thought I had I thought I had my wolf tattoo infected, because I was stupid and I was doing bench press while it was still like full, like really first stage of the healing process. But then I learned afterwards, I was like, yeah, I'm not going back there again. But do things like exercise, go for a walk, make sure the tattoo's covered up. You definitely want to just wait. Just wait. Trust me. I know it sucks at first, but you definitely want to do it because for your own health, one, you don't want to get your tattoo infected because not only can it lead to a horrible tattoo, but it could also I finally ordered that shirt, Mike. Thanks, Video Zeus. I appreciate it, Brian. Thank you for the support. Guys, if you have not yet, be sure to check out the merch. I haven't really been promoting it that much. I've been really focusing on the content recently more than like promoting like my own products, but the merch is still out there. So if you guys did not yet, let me see if I could. Steve's probably faster at it than me. Any of the moderators, if you guys can drop the merch store. Yep. Steve, I know we didn't talk about this yet, but do you have, oh my God, Marcel too. Do you guys have like the links saved, like, and ready? Cause like that, you guys are good at it. I'm always like, oh man, I'm like this at work too. Like whenever I have to do something and it's my job to do it, I always never think about asking other people to do it because I'm like, I could do it myself. I'm just going to do it. But when it comes to like, I need to learn how to do that because I do it at work. Instead of asking somebody, I just do it myself, and then I get piled up with work. Or just like in the live streams right now, I realized I got some good old pals in the Evolve community to help me out. So thank you, Thomas. Good luck on your tattoo. Cannot wait to see that sucker. Also, like I said, Video Zeus, Brian, thank you, buddy. If you guys have not yet, go. If you guys are in, if you guys really like the whole, editing videos, online videos, making online videos and stuff like that. Want to learn how to do like Zoom calls and all that good stuff, which is like the age that we're in right now. Head over to the Video Zeus channel. He does a lot of awesome stuff like that. And he's a good friend. He's a good guy. I decided for my first tattoo to be a sentence, but I don't want it to have it at my arms placed in between my elbow and wrist. I wanted to save these places for future tattoos. Where should I have it? I am 16. So great places for like font and quote tattoos. Serious, hush, boy. Serious, hush. Come here. Come here. Come on. Freaking Serious is barking. Sorry, guys. Serious. Somebody was like coming in my apartment building. Hold on. Serious, boy. Come here, boy. Don't be a little barker like that, doggy. Don't be a little barker like that, boy. It's okay, little doggy. Sorry, guys. I just wanted to. He's my little guard dog, you know. So anyway, back to like font tattoos, like a sentence or whatever. Perfect spots for font tattoos, especially like sentence or script, is definitely like the chest area. Say like on the shoulder area and on the back, the ribs, places like that. You when it comes to like sentences and stuff like that, the best places to do so is the more flatter areas of the body. Now, again, I'm really proud of you, first of all, for thinking ahead, because I know people that really like, they were like, oh, I'm going to get this small little tattoo on my arm. And then later on down the line, they're like, crap, I have this tattoo here. Like, now what am I going to do? I wanted to get a sleeve. So good job thinking ahead. But think of an area of where you're most likely not going to get tattooed later on, but you want it on your body. Like, for example, the ribs area. Not a lot of people, unless you're going for a full body suit, you're not going to get the ribs area tattooed, unless, of course, you're getting like a script or something like that. If you plan on getting a back tattoo, like a full back piece, stay away from getting it back there. But if not, get it on your back. Something like that. Places like that is always super, easy to, get tattooed at. And also font work, it's usually not too painful, and also it's quickly done, and those are good spots for it. So hopefully I answered your question. Hey, Perkins, what's going on? I'm 15 and I'm getting a Bible verse on my outer forearm kind of scared. So first of all, starting off young, 15 years old. I wish I was as brave as you at 15 for a tattoo. I waited a little bit, but don't be scared. Like I said, when it comes to you said inner outer forearm area. So as I just said in my recent video, the outer forearm for me, it was painful. It was a painful area for me. But then there's other people I know that get their first tattoo on their forearm, and they're like, it wasn't even that bad. And I'm like, what the hell? But then I started thinking about it. I'm like, I don't understand these people. Like, it's a painful spot over there. But then I realized that I got tattooed for friggin' 7-8 hours on my lion, and it's detailed, and there's a lot of ink packed into that area. That's why it hurt. But yeah, congrats. Awesome that you're getting tattooed. I would have waited a little bit because you're probably still growing, but still, congrats. Getting a new tattoo is a huge commitment. I have a quote tattoo on my inner bicep. That is also a good area for a quote, but only if you don't plan on getting a sleeve. Usually, for me, for example, I got my first tattoo on my chest, and at that time, I was like, I'm probably going to get more tattoos later on down the line because I was so influenced by my dad. But I didn't have plans on getting a sleeve. And then I was like, all right, I'm getting a sleeve. And now I want to get another sleeve. And then I want to, they start getting addicting. Wait, isn't tattoo places only accept 18 plus only because the place I got tattooed asked for ID? It depends on where you're at on the planet, to be honest with you. Some places are 18 or older. Some places, they start off at a little bit younger, as long as you have a parent's consent, a parent or guardian. Some places, depending, most normal professional tattoo artists and shops, they will not tattoo anybody unless they're 18 or older. 16, they might, as long as the parent's okay with it, they might do it. But again, it's a big might. They might not do it. But when it comes to, other places where it's kind of like the shop is there, but it's technically not that professional, they'll be like, yeah, come on in, which I wouldn't recommend. Always go for the professional ones. You'll get the better finished product in the long run. Are bony and veinier areas more painful than other spots? I have a few ideas for future tattoos, a couple on my forearm, which I'm not only small, but veiny as well. Take it from me. And this is 100% honest. I'm not just saying this. This is 100% honest. The bonier areas just feel like more of a vibration. They're not more painful in my experience. I heard about, like my first tattoo was on my chest. If anything, the bonier spots, like when he got into the middle area, that hurt less than when it was more on like my pec area. At the time, I really didn't have any muscle because this was before I started working out. But it's more of a vibration. You feel that needle vibrate a little bit more because it's on a harder surface. But when you get to that more fleshier, like meatier area, meaning like on the muscle or whatever, that muscle is being, or that needle is being cushioned by the muscle. So it's not that it's more painful in the bonier areas. It is, you just feel the vibration more. When I first got my tattoo and people were asking me what it felt like, I was saying that it felt like a hot scratch. And if you got like an Xbox or like a PlayStation controller and you were just like on a shooting game and you were just making the controller vibrate and it was on your chest, but while it was being dragged across your chest, it was like more of a like a hot scratch. To answer your question, bonier areas and veinier areas, not a big deal. My arms are really veiny. I wouldn't say really veiny, but they're pretty pretty veiny, But yeah, I'm planning on getting a tattoo. The quote on, I'm gonna add clouds. Where's our video likers at? We're only at 3. Let's get the numbers up. Yeah. If you guys have not yet, be sure to give this live stream a nice big thumbs up. I know that it's not the normal tattoo reaction live stream, but yeah, we're gonna hopefully get to it as soon as friggin' OBS wants to update their software to the new Mac thing. It sucks too because like I am really honing in on just improving the content overall, like breaking it down into live streams, videos, and also like I try to, even though I post videos every Thursday and I usually go live every Friday, I also like to add community posts throughout the week. Adding to my YouTube stories, just so you guys have some content throughout the week. And then something like this happens where like the live stream thing is like all messed up, but we'll get it fixed. And when we get it fixed, it'll be better than ever. I agree. During the chest tattoo on the sternum, I felt more of a vibrational for the throat for whatever reason, but it's not that bad. It says Mexarican. Thank you, Mexarican. Yeah, I totally agree with you, or you agree with me. Whatever. That's a cool idea. Says Vanda. Let me know in the chat right now, guys. If you guys are new to the channel, do a hashtag new in the chat right now. If you guys are new to the channel, because I'm noticing, even though this isn't the normal tattoo reaction show that we usually do, I'm noticing a lot of newer names in here. When I got my third tattoo, my friends when I get my tattoo, 3 of my friends are gonna come with me so I can experience my first tattoo with the close friends. Marco, that is good, but just make sure your friends are, they're calm, cool, and collected while they're in that tattoo office with you. The area that you're getting tattooed. I was in the tattoo shop getting a tattoo myself. I believe it was my Dragon Ball tattoo, the start of my sleeve, my other sleeve. And there was a person getting their first tattoo in there. And they had like 2 or like 4 of their friends in the shop, and it was fine. Usually tattoo artists are okay with like 1 or 2 people. But it all depends on the shop. But anyway, like they were just being so obnoxious and annoying. Not only they were being obnoxious to me, and I wasn't even in there with them, but I could only imagine how annoyed the tattoo artist was that was tattooing their friend. So you need to make sure they're on their best behavior while you're getting that tattoo done. We got some news in here. Hashtag new subbed yesterday. Reese Williams, welcome to the Evolve community. Vanda, what is going on, Vanda? Love the community. Yeah, the community here, I gotta say, we're not like the PewDiePie or Mr. Beast, but I gotta say for the community that we have, we've really, and I'm not just saying this as like, because every content creator says it, but our community really does have each other's back. It's like ridiculous. Like you guys are on all different parts of the globe. Some closer to each other than others, but you guys really, like, if you guys have questions that you can answer and I don't see them, or I do answer them and you add to it, like our community is so strong and it grows every day. It's awesome. I love you guys. For a law enforcement job, would a neck and hand tattoo be allowed? I'm not gonna lie to you, Cody. First of all, hi Cody, how are you? I'm not going to lie to you. I did see people get rejected from being in the law enforcement for neck and hand tattoos. Again, it's all depends on the district that you're going to. I don't talk to them anymore, but knew some police officers that were literally covered in tattoos. The guy had a buzz cut and he had a head tattoo, like a skull tattoo. But then I see other people. I knew one other person he had to have his tattoos covered up all the time. So it really depends on if what district. You could always look into it. If you know somebody in that district, in the law enforcement area that you're trying to go to, ask them about it and see. Does a tattoo affect your skull, your skull? Does a tattoo affect your skin at any point of your life after you get it? This is a really interesting question. It depends on you as an individual. There is people out there that have allergic reactions to tattoo ink. Not all tattoo ink. There's different, not all tattoo ink is the same. I had a comment, I believe it was yesterday or 2 days ago, where somebody asked me if all tattoo ink is the same, which it is not at all. Better quality ink is made with more better ingredients, and it will last longer in your skin. And just is a bunch of more, better quality ink is just a better thing to have. But also, if you have like an allergic reaction to the ink, you could break out in hives. Your skin could be itchy, and they could come in waves. There's people that get allergic reactions. They get their tattoo, and then like 2-3 years down the line, they'll say, wow, my tattoo is friggin' itchy. Why is my tattoo itchy so much? It doesn't affect your skin as it doesn't affect your skin in any other way besides like maybe an allergic reaction somehow. And that's only if you you develop an allergic reaction. But it's not anything like your skin's not going to fall off and stuff like that. So that's a good question though. It was a fun question to answer. I always love answering these tattoo related questions. I love answering questions regardless, because I feel like it builds, community, and it builds relationships between me and you guys in the chat and in the above community. But some questions I'm like, oh, this is a question that doesn't get asked much. So I love answering this. I have a friend that has a hand tattoo involved lots of red. She has an allergic reaction. Yeah. Thanks for sharing, Steve. Yeah, the allergic reaction. I knew somebody that had he had quite a few tattoos, but he was allergic to the ink, but he was still getting them after a while. All right, how much does it hurt to get a tattoo on the stomach and arm the arm area? I just made a full video on rating the pain of the whole arm. Like, I've reviewed the whole arm of the tattoo, every section from the shoulder down to the wrist. You could check that video out. It's literally my most recent video I put out. The stomach is one of the most painful spots to get tattooed, according to a lot of people I know and a couple artists that I talk to. The stomach is not fun, which is surprising, because the stomach is a little bit more of a, I'm like tapping my stomach as I do this, but the stomach is not a fun place to get tattooed, to be honest with you. My mom said if I do good on my midterm exam, I could get a tattoo over spring break. Well, Miles, first of all, love your name, Miles. Miles, do good on don't just get the good grades because you want the tattoo, get the good grades, get the good grades, but that is also a plus. That is some dedication right there. You dedicate your time and effort to your schoolwork, and then you have that awesome tattoo you get it in spring break, it heals, and you could show it off all summer and for the rest of your life. But summer is a plus too. What happens if you end up being if you end up being allergic to the ink? You could be prescribed medication that you'll have to end up taking. To be honest with you, it's just like being allergic to like an animal, like a cat or something like that. If you're around it long enough, those reactions will start to decrease over time, because your body just gets used to it. But they'll prescribe you. It's not like you have to, oh my God, I got to get the ink out of my skin now. No, they usually give you like some kind of medication that helps you with the reaction. And then over time, you start getting used to it. Or it might be really intense itching at some point, but then over time, you might just get a little itch. Your body gets used to it. You guys are awesome with the tattoo related questions today. Keep them coming. Would you recommend getting a tattoo topped with? Would you recommend getting a tattoo touched up every so often? Yes, I need to make a video about tattoo touch-ups because they're one of my favorite things. me, and I have a special like system that I do with my tattoos because I'm crazy when it comes to keeping my tattoos looking nice. But when it comes to tattoo touch-ups, if you want to have your tattoos looking awesome for as long as you possibly can, aside from doing all the like routine stuff that I talk to you guys about, like lotioning and, you know, adding like baby lotion or baby oil to your tattoos and shaving them. Aside from that, getting them touched up is like one of the best ways to get a tattoo looking awesome again. Me personally, whenever I get my tattoo done, like for example, my Dragon Ball sleeve, I always 100% of the time will go back to that tattoo shop and ask my tattoo artist for a touch up. Even if the tattoo looks perfect in my eyes, I always go back to my tattoo shop and say, hey, can you just look over it and see if there's anything that needs to be like touched up in your eyes? Because your tattoo artist, you may look at it and you may see, like, I'm getting good at looking at tattoos and finding little things. But, you know, to the normal person's eye, you might not see something that may have lost a little bit of ink, section of the tattoo that may have lost a little bit of detail through the tattoo healing process. I always go back for a tattoo touch-up every single time. And there was never one time that I went back to a tattoo touch-up appointment and my tattoo artist was like, oh, no, it's fine. I don't need to do anything. Every single time he always did something to add to the tattoo. So that's rule number one. I definitely recommend to always go get the tattoo touch up, hands down. On like a I don't want to say a routine basis, but depending, I usually get my tattoos touched up for my black and gray tattoos every 5 to 10 years, which I only had to get my tattoos touched up once depending on part of my sleeve, because my sleeve is pretty new, to be honest with you. I completed it when I was 23 or 24. So I'll probably end up getting them touched up again, like when I'm like 30 or something. I'm 28 now. But color tattoos, you need to get them touched up a little bit sooner and more regularly, because the ink pigments in the skin, they just don't hold up as good as black and gray, for example, or black. But yeah, hopefully that answers your question. Kind of went on a rant. I get passionate about stuff and then I just start rambling about it. All right. Any way to find out before getting a tattoo? You can. Yeah. So the one way that you could do it, first go to your doctor, talk to them about it, and you could run like tests and stuff like that. They'll take like a skin sample, a skin little sample thing, and test it out. Or what some people do, and it works out pretty good. I never heard of anything that was ever like super negative when people did that. Was that you go there, you talk to your tattoo artist, and you say, you know, I'm afraid that I might be allergic to the ink. And what they'll do is they'll just take a little bit of ink. Most of the time it's like super small and super like, sometimes they might even use like that neon ink to where like you can only see it through the black light, because that's really common now. And if it gets tattooed on you, it's the same kind of ink that is being used for every other kind of ink, colors and stuff like that. But they'll just do like a little spot, like in like an area that you will not ever like see, or you'll probably end up forgetting about. And they'll ask you to monitor it for a couple days. And that's kind of how they'll test it. They'll put a little bit on your skin. If you get a little bit of allergic reaction to that little dot, most of the time, obviously, you're going to get allergic reaction to a big tattoo. So that's how you test it. And then, like I said, after that, if you do have the allergic reaction to the ink, you go see your doctor. They'll usually prescribe you a medication, and then you should be good. Getting old, Mike. Dude, Steve, we're not going to talk about that. I know. Lexi's always like, you're pretty much 30. And I'm just like, no, I'm not. I'm 28. Like, what the hell? Like, come on. Any way to find out before? Okay, got that one. How do you think about a tattoo that is related to a job? What do you think about a tattoo that is related to the job you do? It depends on your passion. It depends on if you're that passionate enough that you want to put something permanently on your skin that you know you're going to love for the rest of your life and it's job related. Like, yeah, do it. It depends though, because like, for example, I'm probably going to get something regarding this tattoo, my channel, this tattoo related channel, because not only has being on YouTube is really starting to change my life, but also you guys all changed my life. And this is a key part of my life now. So I feel like it's only right to get something, maybe just the Evolve the Wolf logo on the back of my neck or something like that, like a little spot like behind the ear. That's a really easy spot to cover up and whatever. It's usually never noticeable, because I'm just so passionate about everything we do here. But if it's something like you're working at a job that you're just working at right now, you don't know if you're going to retire from that job, I would not recommend to jump the gun and get a tattoo regarding that job. But if it's something like your own business, or that you're just so invested in this company that you're going to be with it forever and they're not going anywhere, they're not going to lay you off, and then you're like, well, crap, I have this friggin' tattoo on my wherever, and it's for this company that laid me off. That you want to think about that stuff. But if you're really passionate about it and you love your job or it's your own business or something, yeah, go for it. All right. Some ice cold coffee from earlier that I didn't finish. I have another question. What place should I go to get a tattoo in Covington, Tennessee? I'm not too familiar with tattoo shops around there. To be honest with you, what I would do is I quick Google search or find tattoo artists that are like on Instagram or something that are in that area. Like look up the hashtags of tattoo shops wherever you said you were, and then just look at different art. Sometimes you got to travel out to have awesome tattoos, which is normal. My buddy Jared, he wants to get a Power Ranger tattoo, and the guy that is really good at Power Rangers, like American traditional Power Ranger tattoos, he's like awesome at them. He might have to travel out a little bit for them. So yeah, just quick Google search, do some research on it, but don't just say like, oh, hey, this is the closest shop to me, let me go here. Do research, look at the artwork that the artist has in their portfolio, and then take it from there. Is getting a full sleeve done in high school a bit risky for your future? That's a tricky question, Cody. I knew once I graduated high school and then started, like I did a little bit of college, but college really wasn't my thing. I started my sleeve after that. And it wasn't because of like, I was thinking like, oh my God, well, I need to make sure that I don't, I don't want to limit myself. No, it was because that's just how time aligned up. If you know what you want to be later on down the line, like what you're going to college for or whatever, and they're known to be accepting for tattoos, then go for it. Start it, you start getting that sleeve early so you can enjoy it sooner. Like, I don't know about you. Let me know in the chat right now, guys, if you ever thought like this, or maybe it was just me being like a little cheesy kid at the time, but I was like, man, this is like, doing this is cool. But I like, just imagine if I had my tattoos like at this point, like walking around, like being like dressing up and having like my tattoo showing, like that would be so cool. I don't know. That was just me. Like, I'm going to be honest. I'll be 100% honest with you. One time I remember before I got my tattoos, but I knew I wanted to get them, and I was like in the process of getting them. Didn't have any yet, but I was in the process of like planning it and everything. I was like, I went to Dunkin' Donuts and I went to go get like a half a dozen of donuts. And I'm like, to my friend, I'm like, this is pretty fun, but just imagine if we had tattoos right now. I know I was like friggin' like 16, 17 at the time. Like, don't judge me, but I thought, I don't know. I was like, yeah, having tattoos. I don't even know where I'm going with this, but I just figured I would just, mention that. I don't think I ever told anybody that. Let's see. Please back me up here. I'm 33, Marcel. Oh man. Marcel, you do not look 33. You look like you're around my age and not 30, 28. My eyes itchy. Guys, I just want to say I appreciate everybody being here. Love each and every one of you guys. Cannot wait to get back to looking at and you know what the worst part about it is? Like I was about to say I cannot wait to get back to looking at tattoos and reacting to them. But you know what the worst part about it is? I'm still getting tattoos that are sent to me. And it takes everything in my power to not open up my Gmail account, Manly Man Reacts, or open up my Instagram account and go to my messages because I do not want to be spoiled for any of them. It's brutal. It's so bad. Ugh. It's like bad. I'm gonna have to go for food. Hopefully I'll be back. Need some advice for my first tattoo. LGM, feel free to ask when you get back. Sanoderm left me a scar where the edge was. Did that happen to anyone else before or just me? I heard that the Sanoderm does leave scars sometimes, which I'm kind of a little scared about using it, but I want to use it for you guys so I know I can make a video on it. But that product, it sticks on there pretty good. And when you're ripping it off, I don't know how I feel about it because, you know, your tattoo is so gentle. Like you got to be so gentle with your tattoo when you first get it and you're like ripping it off and stuff like that. I'm like, oof, like, come on. All right. I still have another session, but oh my God, I still have another session, but do I tell him next time I'm there? I've been so anxious about getting tatted. Jamar B, I do not know what you're saying. I don't know if I missed something earlier. Totally feel you, bud. What is the best place tattoos? And yeah, Jeremiah. I answered that a little while ago. I'm not too sure. Braxton, what is going on, my good friend, my good buddy? Good to see you here, buddy. Braxton, I appreciate you. Just wanted you to know that. Let me see here. Oh, I recently got Jamar B. Hold on, let me read this. I recently got my first tattoo. Planned out who I was getting from for this year. I went into the shop and did a consultation with the guy who knew what I wanted showed me his stencil, but it came out totally different, and I feel like he rushed it. I have another tattoo session, but I want to tell him next time I see him. I've been so anxious to get tattooed. Let me answer this question real quick because that's what we're doing on this live stream. I don't know why I started the sentence like that, but Jamar B, if you feel like it's rushed and you are not happy with the way it came out, don't get it tattooed. Trust me, do not get it tattooed. There's people out there, and thankfully, I almost was one of them, but I didn't do it. They think because especially this is for like the new people that are getting tattooed that are new to the world of tattoos. You go to your tattoo shop, you find your artist, you do all that, you tell them what you want, and you have kind of that picture in your brain about what you want it to look like, and then you give it to your artist. A lot of people think that the first thing that the artist needs, or the first thing that the artist gives you back, is the thing that you got to say, oh yeah, okay, yeah, that's fine. I guess I'll get that. No, if you're not 100% happy with it, do not get it tattooed. Tell him what you don't like about it. Talk to him about your concerns. Give him your ideas of what you want to change or what you were thinking about. And then don't get it until you have a design that you like. You never want to get something tattooed on you that you don't 100% love, because then you're just going to never 100% love it. And it's going to cause a shitty situation. So, and don't feel like you're annoying your artist. It's going on your body forever. So just make sure that whatever he comes up with, tell him. The things that you do like, say, listen, I like all these things, but I don't like these things over here. I don't like this. I don't like the color of that. I don't like the way this looks. I don't like, this is too much detail. It's too little detail. Really go into detail about what you do and do not like. Hopefully that helps. And don't feel like you're being annoying. Because remember, it's on you. Much love, Mike, says Braxton. What tattoos do you recommend for beginners? This is also a tricky question because I get this question a lot. What tattoos would you recommend for beginners? I could tell you what spots to get tattooed for beginners. I could tell you what areas of the body. But when it comes to what tattoo, like, are you asking like what design you should get? Because there's countless designs of what you want. Guaranteed, every single person in this chat right now, every single one of us have a different, like, we might have things in common. I know, like, for example, we all love tattoos. But we all have our different preferences on what we like and what we don't like. The best tattoo for your first tattoo is the one that you'll love forever, and that's for every tattoo. If you know that you're gonna be passionate about something like forever, go for it. If you know you're getting a tattoo regarding your mom, you're gonna love your mom forever, or somebody related into your family, get it, because you know that love and passion for that tattoo is always going to be there. I always get people like trying to say in the chat, or not in the chat, but in like the comment sections of like, oh, tattoos don't always need to have meaning. And they're right, they don't always need to, but the reason why you get that tattoo that's on you is because that you like it for a reason. Like, people are like, oh, well, I wanted to get this tattoo of like, I don't know. Why can't I think of something? Like, oh, I wanted to get this tattoo of, let's just say, Dragon Ball Z. I'll use my own, for example. I really like Dragon Ball Z. The reason why I wanted to get it was because I grew up watching it and this and that. There's people that we see it on the tattoo reaction live streams all the time. And it's like, hey, I got this, but there's no reason behind it, but this is what I got. It's like this amazing tattoo of like a wolf in the woods, or like a bear or something like that, or a person in history. And it's like, well, I know why I don't even know who you are, or I might know you a little bit from being in the community. But the reason why you got it is because this thing, this person, this animal impacted you enough to where you love it so much that you wanted it on your skin. So there's always a reason behind the tattoo. Kind of went off the rails there for your question. I'm sorry, it happens, but that's just where my brain goes. But anyway, the first tattoo is the one that you're always going to love. And if it takes you a little bit to think about what design you're always going to love, or what thing you're always going to love, take the time out, because it's better to take the time and get the tattoo that you love than rush to just get tattooed on something that you're going to regret 5 years down the line, because then you got to go through tattoo removal or getting a tattoo covered up, and that's not fun either. Hopefully that answered your question. Let's see here. Got to scroll up. Yeah, thanks, man. I've been thinking seriously to have it on the shoulder. Oh, wait. Yeah, thanks, man. I've been thinking seriously to have it in a place above the chest, between the shoulder and the neck. I think it's called the calvic or collarbone. It is a quote I said. Yeah, I got a quote on my chest. Gonna get it covered up, but I do have a quote on my chest. Mike, you need to make a 12-hour live stream to be work away all the pictures to get now. Yeah, it's ridiculous, but at least, from a content creator standpoint, at least I will never get, I'll never run out of content, because you guys are always getting tattoos and always sending them over. Even the people that are in this, like, even if let's just say, I grow subscribers and views. We're almost at 15,000 subscribers. And almost we're about 2 million views total across the channel. Let's just say if my channel growth just stopped, even with the 15,000 people that I have right now, I would still never probably run out of content, because everybody's always getting tattoos, which I'm actually curious about to see where we're at right now regarding. So right now we are at 14,965 subscribers. Almost at 15,000. Interesting stuff. So if you guys have not subscribed yet, Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification so you don't miss future videos. All right. Hello, everyone, says Braxton. What tattoos do you recommend for beginners? Got that one. Do you ever have the fear that while you're working on any project, whether it's indoors to carry objects, would you wait? Let me back up some. Do you ever fear that while working on any project, whether it's indoors or carrying objects, would you deeply scratch the $1,000 tattoo? I get it all the time. It would be devastating. Yes. I used to, like, before I moved up in my company, I used to work underneath the hood of cars. That wasn't my passion. I loved what I did, but I loved what I did, but I didn't, like, wasn't my passion. But working with tools and stuff like that, carrying these big things, I did a bunch of different jobs, and it was like, I was really scared. Even playing with Sirius sometimes, I like play fight with them, like wrestle around with them. And, he's a dog. He's like, he's going to use like his mouth to play and his like arms, and he has nails and stuff like that. I always get scared that, like, I'm like, yo, all right, watch this, like, watch my tattoos. I always get worried about it because, if you have a deep enough cut, that tattoo is going to, it's not going to heal back. You'll have to go get it retouched up, and then it's probably going to be over scar tissue, and it's going to look a little bit weird. Whoa, my chat just jumped for some reason. Let's see. Jesus, I just was somewhere. Okay, got that one. Least painful area of the body to get tattooed. I am going to say the bicep area right here, because the skin is like, so like, it's not sensitive at all. And it really is just like that area to me is so easy to get tattooed. Like, I could sit 15, 16 hours if I ever needed to on that area. Like, it's a breeze. Is the back of the shoulder painful? Back of the shoulder is not that bad. My sister has a pretty big piece back there, and it's not terrible. It's a little bit weird once you start getting to the center of the chest, or like maybe like if it's going back to like over here, it might feel a little bit weird, because anything towards the armpit area kills. But yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. I feel like as a beginner going for a consultation, if you don't have a strong relationship with the artist, he won't do a great job, whereas he would for a friend. That is not true. Just like every business, every person that is in business, they always want to make sure that they're leaving that good first impression so the person comes back. If they're not doing a great job for a tattoo, they're losing opportunity on a potential lifetime customer. Like, if my tattoo artist, like, for example, my sleeve that I got, if I wasn't fully happy with my artist, I mean, first you want to do the research and everything, but if I wasn't fully happy with my artist when I first got my first tattoo, which was my not my first tattoo, but the first one done by him, which was my wolf, this one right here. If I wasn't in love with that one, I wouldn't have told him to do everything else. So if they're a professional and they're passionate about their work, they're going to want to do a great job. So you keep coming back. All right. Thinking for the first tattoo. Let me see here. I'm thinking my first tattoo. I'm thinking for my first tattoo seriously to have on a place above the chest or shoulder. Oh, okay. I think I got that one already. Does the neck hurt a lot if you want a tattoo there? Just curious. The neck area is supposed to be pretty painful, to be honest with you. It's supposed to be pretty damn painful. Let's see here. How does a Geo Music says, how long does a tattoo artist contact you back after you make an appointment? Usually they I mean, my tattoo artist, what they do, if he doesn't directly contact me through email or call me, he'll have like the receptionist at the tattoo shop call me. It's usually the week, like a week to a couple days before my tattoo session, my tattoo appointment. So yeah, but I mean, if you start building that relationship with your artist, I mean, I talk to my artist. I haven't been that much recently because I'm aware that he's super busy with, everything that's going on in the world. Everything backed him up, and he also had a new baby and stuff like that. So I know he's super busy. So I try not to bother him too much. But you could also like send an email or whatever if you have any questions, concerns, or problems. Also, love your channel. What is going on, Smith? Thank you for that. I really appreciate it. Hee cheers. Worked wonders to get me started. Yeah. I am 19 as well, so prime time to fix my health. Mexican. What's your morning breakfast tattoo appointment meal? Can never go wrong with bacon and orange juice here. This is a fun question. So morning breakfast. So I will depends on how much time I have. If I have to be there super early, I'll like stop at McDonald's and grab like a breakfast sandwich, or like Chick-fil-A and grab like a big breakfast sandwich, like 2 hash browns, breakfast sandwich, something like that. And I'm not huge on juice, but during like right before a tattoo session, because of all the sugar and everything, I will drink like an apple juice or something. And then have like a Pop-Tart for like my snack and like in mid session. But if I'm home and I'm like feeling good, I'm my tattoo appointment's at 10 a.m., but I woke up at 8. I'm cooking me some sunny side up eggs, bacon as crispy as you could get it. I'm getting some buttered white toast. Whew. I could actually go for some right now, and some hash browns or something like that. That's some good stuff right there. Eat up, get all nice and full. Let me know if you guys have a tattoo appointment. What is your meal that you eat before that? That's a good question. Thanks, Mexican, for that. What is the perfect age to wait when you're 11 years old, which I am? Jeremiah Smith. The perfect age to get a tattoo, 19, 20 years old. And I know you're pretty far away from that, but 19, 20 years old, because you do not want to get a tattoo too young, because if you do, that tattoo is going to stretch. That tattoo is going to not look good. And it's all around a bad experience. There's many headaches that happen when you go to get your tattoo done at a young age, because, first of all, your parents have to be okay with it. Your guardian has to be okay with it. The tattoo shop itself has to want to be able to tattoo somebody that young. And also, like I said, even if you do successfully pass all those steps, when it comes to you growing, like I said, it just doesn't look good. All right. How long does a tattoo artist contact you back to make an appointment? It says in all caps. Are you screaming at me, Geo Music? I'm going to take it as screaming at me, but I'll answer the question anyway. Nah, I'm joking. Like I said, it depends on the person. Every tattoo artist is super busy right now, because again, they're not only in the process of booking out the appointments that got canceled from everything that's going on in the world, but also they're usually pretty busy. And especially the tattoo artists that are good, they're always booked out and always busy. Send them an email, send them a reminder email and say, hey, just want to, touch base and see when we could schedule our tattoo appointment or whatever, or call the shop. Hopefully that helped. Yes, sir, Steven. Let's see. I've been doing a lot of research about tattoos and stuff also at my age, says Jeremiah Smith. That is good. Yes, sir, you can count on me. So Jeremiah Smith, very active in the chat today. I got my first tattoo a couple months ago, and now it's started for now my standards for other tattoos got way higher because I love this one so much. That's what happens. I got my first tattoo. I was like, man, this thing's awesome. Like I like, and this was just font work, like a quote. I'm Like, man, I can't wait to get this. Some like realistic like shit. I cannot wait. And then I got it, and now can't get enough of it. Any tips on any tips on what to look into when getting a tattoo from an apprentice? That is a tough question as well. When it comes to tattoo apprentices, I personally would not get a tattoo from them because they're still learning. Why get a tattoo from somebody that is still learning when you could get somebody that's been tattooing 10, 15, 20 years and get the tattoo that like is just all around good and like, you know, you have that fear when getting a tattoo from the apprentice because it's like, yes, they might have that natural talent and they might kill it. Then in that regard, go for it. But when I hear the word apprentice, they're still learning. Why go for the apprentice on something that's going to be permanent on your body that you really can't change if they like screw something up, when you could go to an artist that has been doing it for many years, knows exactly what they're doing, and you could get a better product, better tattoo out of it. That's just my 2 cents. All right. Chan, that is a good question. I don't really have any tips, bro. All right. That's a manly man breakfast I support, says Mexican. That's funny. Yeah, dude. You know what's weird? Let me know if you guys ever watch Game of Thrones, but this is like, again, this is how like my brain works sometimes. But there's a scene in Game of Thrones where like Tyrion and they're having breakfast and he like orders his breakfast and like they bring it out to him. And then like he kind of eats it like almost like a little like sloppy. I guess that's how they did it back in like the medieval times. But he like eats he like puts some egg in his mouth and then he like eats some bacon and like some toast and everything all at the same time. It's not like he just, hey, let me have a piece of egg and then okay, I'm gonna swallow that, chew it up. Let me have a piece of bacon. No, he like crams everything into his mouth. One time I did that, I was like, holy shit, this changed my life. Like it was just like putting all that food that is supposed to go together in my mouth all at once. It was like a life-changing experience. Where can we send our tattoo photos for you to judge? When will that video come? Thanks again for the insight, Jay. Jamar B. So you could send it. It looks like Marcel sent over the email, which thank you, Marcel, for that. The next video is going to be when my streaming software decides to update, which I'm sure that it's like going to happen within this week because what happens is this has been out for like a week now, and now I just have to wait for the OBS streaming software that I use in order to get the tattoos up on the screen and to do my voice clips and have like all that stuff going on to make the stream like really cool. I got to wait for that to be updated with my new streaming software. Lesson learned though, when the new when the new Mac OS comes out, I'm not updating it until like another month or two because I do not want to have to run into this again. Super annoying. Same. I would never get a tattoo from an apprentice either. Does tattoos get messed up if you take a shower or any type of hot water or any type of water? When you are the tattoo is healing, yes. When the tattoo is fully healed, kind of. For example, first let's start off from when the tattoo heals. When the tattoo is healing, you want to be as gentle in all ways with that area. You don't want to scratch it, you don't want to pick at it, you don't want to hit it, you don't want to do anything unless you're tapping it when the tattoo is like flaky and itchy. And also that goes hand in hand with like really hot water and stuff like that. When you have like really hot water and you're on the shower, it could really mess up the tattoo and it's going to hurt like it's going to hurt like hell if you have a fresh tattoo and you put that hot water on it. Also, on top of that, that ink is still settling, depending on what part of the stage of the tattoo healing process you're at, that ink is still settling into your skin. It's not like the tattoo artist puts it into your skin and it's already set and it's staying there. No, it takes time to actually like stay and become one with your skin. Takes about 3 to 4 weeks. That's not until stage 3 of the healing process. But anyway, if that tattoo is healing and you go take that hot shower, even if you don't let the water hit you and it just steamed, your pores are going to open up and that ink is going to weep out and it's going to cause a more lighter tattoo. The less ink that is in your skin, the lighter that tattoo is going to be. Colder water definitely helps out. Like if you need to, like when you're washing your tattoo when it's healing, you definitely want to use lukewarm water and then blast it with cold water to close those pores up to keep that ink trapped in until it settles. Now, when it comes to a healed tattoo, I don't know if you're, and let me know in the chat if you guys are like this. You like cold showers? Do you like hot showers? Do you like really hot showers? Me, I love hot showers with a passion. Like I'm like beet red sometimes when I come out of my shower. I just love it. It's relaxing to me. But with that being said, hot water dries out your skin like crazy. When I get done my tattoo, I just looked over in the corner and I have like this closet over there. And like we keep in that closet of my apartment, like all of our decorations and stuff. And we're slowly starting to take the Halloween decorations down. And I have like this bed sheet ghost thing that's like in the closet. And the closet's like dark. And I was like, I look over, I'm like, what is that? And it was like the bed sheet ghost Halloween decoration. I'm like, what the hell? It scared the crap out of me. Made me lose my train of thought. But anyway, if you're taking that hot shower, if it's a cold shower, it doesn't do anything. It's fine. But if you are using the really hot water, it's going to dry out your skin, and dry skin, even when the tattoo is healed, it can, make it look dull because all the dry skin, and it makes it, it just doesn't make it look good. So every single day when I get out of my shower, I will lotion up my body and my tattoos just to re-moisturize them because, again, it dries out my skin from the hot water. All right. Let's see here. Same, I would never get a tattoo. I got my first tattoo. On my outside upper arm, and how I do, or now I don't really know how to go on because the animal and the face wouldn't fit underneath as if I have Medusa. Any ideas of how I could find inspiration? Yes. So Pooh Teska, I don't know if I'm saying your name right, but yes. So first of all, the easiest answer to your question is to just go to your artist. Your artist is like, if they're a professional artist, they just have like this way of just looking at something and being like, this is how we could, put everything together and make it flow. Whoa, is that a hallway? Yes, that is a hallway, Jared, right there. Yeah, we're going on now an hour and almost 15 minutes. So just so you know, Jared. But anyway, a tattoo artist, if they're a professional and they've been doing it for a while, they just know how to make things go together. Like, for example, to be honest, my sleeve, it's not like things that go together. Like I have friggin' Leonardo da Vinci up at the top, St. Michael at the bottom, a lion, a wolf, a lamb, all these things on my sleeve. And to be honest, I knew that I wanted those things on my sleeve, but I didn't know how to put them together. I was in your spot as well. And then my artist came up with this like friggin' amazing way to connect it. And it has Leonardo da Vinci's robe going down into my sleeve that then forms into the grass that the lamb is in and then goes down. And then right back over here, there's a mountain. So right here is my lion, but my lion is in like a valley. He's sitting on a valley that's right by my wrist. And in the background, there's like, friggin', it's hard to do on like when it's inverted, but there's a valley over here. And then there's the mountain and there's the sun that is shining over, like, it's kind of like the sun's going up over the, over this mountain right here. And the rays of sun are going throughout my whole sleeve, going into my Leonardo da Vinci robe. And I thought that was friggin' awesome. Like, I did not even think of that. I thought that was friggin' awesome when my tattoo artist was like, yeah, we could do this. And I was like, That's friggin' sick, and I did not think about that. So, like I said, the where I'm getting at is your artist has just ways of just coming up with something. Like if you're saying that the tattoo that you have right now, you don't have any idea of how you can put this together with something else. What I would recommend to you is find out what exactly you want next, and then go to your artist and see what they say about it, see what they could do about it. The other thing that you could do is just look at other tattoos. Like maybe go to Google and type in the type of tattoo that you have. Like say, for example, you got a tattoo of a wolf. Go to wolf tattoos, and then you just look around and see what other people are doing to see if they have just a regular wolf tattoo or if that wolf tattoo is with something else. Hopefully that helps you out. Hey, yo, 15 more until COD. He's not. Nah, he's not. Chicken. Wait a minute. Jeremiah Smith, Chicken Nugget TV. I don't think he's a gamer. Well, Jeremiah, you are extremely wrong on that one. I play the crap out of video games every single day. Probably a little bit too much than I should. What is your opinion on, I think they are called patchwork sleeves, and opposed to a full sleeve like you have? First of all, it depends on who you are. I seen some friggin' awesome patchwork sleeves. I would never get one, but I do appreciate them a lot. I love them very much. If they're done cool, they're done really. If they're done really well, they're done awesome. If that makes sense. But patchwork sleeves, I personally would never get one, but I've seen them. They do work and they do look cool. And like I said, I mean, if they're cool, just as long as they're done right. Let's see here. I personally like my type. I mean, obviously because I got it, but I like a sleeve that kind of is a bunch of different like things, or like a story being told, and the story's unraveling in your arm or back piece, chest piece, whatever the case might be. But that's just me. How can I finish my Japanese? How can I finish this Japanese sleeve? The artist and I originally went to wait. How can I finish this Japanese sleeve I started? The artist I originally went to got his up in a twist. I'm trying to decipher, Eric, your question. Over nothing and refuse to answer me now. Other artists are really hesitant to finish it. Yeah, that's so what you're saying is that your artist, so you started a sleeve with your artist, and now you and your artist kind of are not talking anymore, and now other tattoo artists are a little hesitant to finish it. Yes, it's like a weird code that tattoo artists have. Like, luckily mine is kind of like, yeah, I'll help you with it. It's not a big deal. But some artists, they won't touch or work on anything near or around somebody else's, near or like on somebody else's other work that a tattoo artist did. It's a tough situation. My recommendation to you is if you're striking out on the tattoo artists that you have, and also the ones that you contacted already, just Google search more of them, and just be upfront with them. Don't hide anything. Just be like, listen, my tattoo artist that I had before, it didn't work out between me and him. I'm looking to finish this up. And as long as the tattoo artist is not like a dick, to be honest with you, they should be cool with it. And then hopefully you find that new tattoo artist, and then you're good. All right. Loser, read this comment out loud. Damn it. Steve, you got me. Okay. I realized that my sleeve is in the making, that I wanted a lot of fantasy themed hats. So I kind of decided to give it a kind of a cool story. So putting some random things together and making it consecutive sleeve. Yeah, that's kind of what I did, Chan. Bunch of random things. They're not random, but they don't go together. And then it worked out over time. Keep up the good work, bro. Keep up the good work, too, broski. Thank you, Eric. I appreciate that. Okay, and have you tried Black Ops Cold? Okay, then have you tried Black Ops Cold War? What are you talking about, Jeremiah? That's all I've been playing recently. To be honest, it's okay. Zombies is friggin' phenomenal, but the multiplayer, it's not that good. I've been playing that in Rocket League a lot. My bad, bro. I put too much in the sentence. No, you're good. I found an artist. How far ahead should I book a deposit? And when it comes to getting and paying it, how much should I tip my artist? So LGM. So when it comes, first of all, most tattoo shops, almost all of them, to secure your spot on that schedule, you have to give them. It's usually around $100 to book for that spot. As long as you're putting a deposit down, that is securing your spot. So if you know you want to get tattooed, get that $100 if you can and book that appointment, even if it's months in advance. At least you're securing that spot because tattoo artists, they do book out. What was the other part? When it comes to getting it and paying it, how much should I tip? So when you get it, always make sure you have a bunch of money with you. Always bring more. Most of the time, your tattoo artist will give you an estimate. Yeah, it'll probably be about $300, $400, $900. Don't just go there with just what they said. Always bring more because you never know if it's going to take a little bit longer, or if either it's going to take a little bit longer, or it's going to just maybe they wanted to add a little bit more to make that tattoo even cooler. So always bring more money to complement that. I made a video on tipping your tattoo artist. The rule of thumb is about 20%. It looks like Demoloiro, I don't know if I'm saying your name right, said it also. Yeah, 20%. You're right on the money. Hint, or not hint, no pun intended. But I always tip a little bit more, and I've been doing that forever now, and usually it repays me pretty well. I'm not doing it just because I want some kind of repayment, like repayment afterwards. But I do it because the work that he does is awesome. But I noticed that over time, that if you help your tattoo artist out and you give them that nice tip, they're always gonna, not always, I won't say it all the time, but if you give them that nice tip, they'll keep an eye out for you to get you into the tattoo shop sooner. They will try to knock the hourly rate off, move some things around for you. So it's always good, and it builds good relationship, even though it is money, but it does build good relationship. Love your channel so much. I can just watch you all the time, says Jeremiah Smith. Thank you, Jeremiah. I appreciate it. I love your channel too, says Miles. Thank you. I appreciate it. You guys are too kind today. Here in Holland, it's not common to tip, but I still do. The artist is one of the, that's interesting, Marcel. You guys don't really tip over there. That's interesting, but it's good that you still do, because I'm sure that they appreciate it. I think the rose in the pocket watch with the Cancer ribbon, that's what I'm thinking so far. That is cool. LGM, try to even evolve, no pun intended. Or I don't know what I'm doing. My brain is starting to get mushy. We've been streaming for about an hour and a half now. But try to think about what you can do to make that tattoo even cooler by, instead of just getting a pocket watch, maybe you can make it a little bit different. Because everybody, I see, especially in the tattoo reaction live streams, we see the pocket watches, same thing with the rose and everything. And it's always cool, but it's pretty much always the same too. Maybe you can make it a little bit different. Maybe instead of a pocket watch, you have it as a pocket watch. Maybe you I don't know, make it in stone or something, or change it up. Or maybe you make the pocket watch itself like a flower, and you could tell that it's a pocket watch, but it's the flower instead of the actual realistic pocket watch. I always think of things like that. How can I make this thing that's usually pretty popular and pretty common, but how can I make that a little bit cooler? You know what I mean? Just something to, you don't have to, but that's just something I'm, Just saying. Just wanted to. Braxton says tipping isn't required, but that is why it's a tip. But like Mike said, I will always help to build a relationship, kind of like you scratching my back and I'll scratch yours. Exactly, Braxton. How much space do you need minimum for a landscape tattoo? Depends on what is the landscape you're going for. I have a landscape on my sleeve. It's very little right here, showing this part of my tattoo a lot yet, but I know you guys can't really see it because my arm's weird, but there's a mountain right here, and it's a little bit of a landscape, and my lion is standing on the landscape. You got the background and stuff. It really depends on how the amount of skin and the amount of area. It all depends on what you want to execute in that tattoo. Like, do you want a giant one? Like one of the tattoos that I'm thinking about right now is from one of you guys in the Evolve community, and it was on the wrist. It was a forearm, and it was like it wrapped all the way around the forearm, and it was like a campfire and a dad and a son fishing, and like the mountains in the background, and there was a lot to it in just that little bit of an area. Whew, I'm running out of breath here. You deserve $100 million, and I can't say that number, subscribers and then views. Thank you. That's a good shirt, guys. If you guys have not yet, I'm actually wearing my 8-bit. Oh yeah, I forgot. It says Evolve Community on it. I'm wearing my 8-bit Evolve Community shirt today, which this is one of my favorites. I love, I figured, my not only is the Evolve community, it has like the tattoo machine and stuff, but also I got to represent the actual Evolve community. And then also, on top of that, the wolf and the 8-bit for like video game stuff. That's like cool. And these shirts fit friggin' awesome. I love the way these shirts fit. But yeah, if you guys want to check those out, grab your shirt or hoodie or long sleeve. Be sure to check it out. It helps support the channel. If one of the moderators, because you guys are better at posting the links than I am, there you go. Marcel, you guys, I really need to like do something for you guys. I'll figure it out because you guys do so much for me. I really got to do something for you guys back. Members get a discount. Make sure you join. Yeah, if you guys are not a member of the Evolve community, just like Marcel, Thomas, Braxton, Steve, you guys can. We're almost at. I forget. I actually don't remember what the number is, but the members are going pretty nice right now. You get like these awesome wolves next to your name. You get the emojis. You get discounts off the merch and the tattoo reactions. You get priority for the what do you call it? For the tattoo reaction live streams. And also I'm going to be working on members only live streams, and also not only the live streams, but videos as well. Members only videos. Still going to be posting regular videos on the, on my channel, but just something, a little extra perk. But yeah, if you guys want to check out the membership, be sure to check it out right by here. There, I'm good at that at least. Let me say that works, right? Oh yeah, there it is. And yeah, like I said, those don't forget the Miles Edgeworth. My artist is vaping right now. Thomas, that's funny. Yeah, guys, if you want to check out not only the merch but also check out the the membership, that helps out. Does it cost some money to become a member? Yes. So it helps support the channel. I always put all of my money that I make on this, and like the t-shirt designs or like buying equipment to make better content. But yes, it does. It's I believe it's $5 a month. But with that $5, you get a lot of goodies, and it also helps support the channel. And it's also really cool to have these that have the wolves, the Evolve wolves, all in the chat. And I'm actually in the process of getting more emojis too, which is pretty cool. But yeah, if you guys can, or if you guys want to, be sure to check that out. And like I said, you get a discount on the on the merch as well, which is pretty nice. Only members only discount for the merch. But with that being said, guys, we've been streaming for an hour and a half. I appreciate everybody being here as always. Hopefully next week we could get back to our normal schedule. But not normal schedule, but hopefully next week we'll be able to do our we'll do our live stream with the tattoo reactions and all that fun stuff, because I miss doing it. But it's always fun answering your questions, hanging out in the chat, laughing, building relationships between one another. But have a great time. See you all next week. If you guys are not subscribed to the YouTube channel, be sure to subscribe. Love you guys. Have a safe week. Have a great weekend. And I'll probably be doing some YouTube stories shortly, and we'll do some Q&A in there. So if you guys have questions, feel free to get them ready and drop them over there. But I'll see you over in the YouTube stories later on. Peace, homies. Love you guys. Evolve Community out.